What is going on, chat, man? We are back, and today we are reacting to Stacey King destroys LeBron James on his podcast, man. You know, this was highly anticipated and highly recommended, man. So with that being said, let's get straight into the video. I hope Stacey King doesn't say something too crazy. You know, I don't know too much about Stacey King, but he sounds like a familiar name, man. So let's get straight into the video. And if you guys enjoy this type of content, man, you know, hit that subscribe button, man, and join the crew. But hey, let's get straight into it. Woo! They already got him, bro. They already saying fake goat, and the video just started.
What's up, everybody? I'm going to start with this. I had a LeBron James fan come onto my recent video, the latest video about LeBron James. I deleted the comment, but the comment said, "Stop making videos about LeBron James." So I decided to listen to the guy.
He stopped making videos about LeBron, and then he made a video about LeBron.
And I'm making a video about LeBron James. All right, so let's go with this one. Okay, this is actually a hilarious one because this one comes from Stacey King, an ex Michael Jordan teammate, also an NBA champion with Michael Jordan.
I did not know that. I did not know Stacey King was a teammate of Michael Jordan and an NBA champion. What? Chat, let me know down below how good he was, man.
Stacey King. He has his own podcast on YouTube. And I think on other social platforms he's got accounts as well. But he was on there with I don't know who the other guy is there that kind of runs this with him. But he was asked what he thought about that meetup on the LeBron James podcast of Kevin Durant, Kevin Nash, and of course LeBron James, and they were mentioned Michael Jordan, that he went to play baseball and all that other stuff. And Stacey King went at it hilariously. He came up with a name for the LeBron James podcast, which I think is unbelievably perfect for that podcast. And it was just funny. I mean, he also said a lot of interesting things that people a lot of times don't take into consideration, especially when they don't know their basketball history.
Okay.
So I want you to listen to these comments. This is a little longer than usual. It's probably like 4.5 minutes, something like that. So listen to these comments because they're really...
Yeah, I just hope it's not as bad as I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be really bad, bro.
Really interesting. And then I'll be back right after to kind of go over all the stuff that he says.
LeBron and KD and Steve Nash did their little podcast thing, and they always drag the legacy
What
of
is it
Michael
called?
Jordan.
Is it called? Was it Cry Me a River?
Cry Me a River. I think
Cry Me
that's
a River
called,
podcast?
yeah.
Oh my God. I tell you.
Oh my God, he got straight to violating. He didn't even warm up. He didn't even stretch though.
What, man? Listen, I was watching
Revisionist history, they should call it.
Yeah, you know what, Mark? Great players don't have to tell people they're great.
Yeah. That's true.
You let fans do that. You let people debate it on talk radio and podcasts. You know, players don't have to do that. You know, that we all know you're great. You don't have to tell us. You know, when you have to go around trumpeting that you're great and what separates you from all the other people that makes you greater than them, that's a problem. You know, that's a problem.
That is facts though. When you tell people that you're the greatest, you're the GOAT, you're this and that, it literally defeats the purpose of you just being the GOAT. Like, if people could just say, yo, that guy's a GOAT, yo, this guy's this. Of course, you could be cocky and think you the GOAT in your head, but don't be saying it out loud saying, yo, I'm the GOAT. Like, this right here made me the GOAT. Don't do that now, man.
Problem. That's why
I don't even think Jordan ever did that, bro. Realistically, chat, I'm going to be completely honest. I don't even think Jordan ever even called himself the GOAT. Let me know down below if he ever did, bro.
I say it's a Cry Me a River podcast because you're crying and moaning about what they said. And they were kind of sneak dissing MJ. If you really listen between the lines, they were talking about, Kevin Durant was talking about how longevity is more important than rings and all that other stuff. Being in the league basically for 20 plus years shows the dedication and the hard work that you had to do to stay here. But he failed to mention, the load management and this guy only playing in no more than 3 times in his career, 82 games in a season.
Yeah, right.
LeBron's only
no more than 3 times in his career. Bro, what?
played 1 time 82 games in a season. MJ 9 times in his career played 82 games plus playoffs and championships. It goes into 115 games. So
you can't even
so
argue
these
with
guys discredit the former players and how great they were to basically step on top of them to get themselves higher is really sad. You should, first of all, don't even compare eras, because there's 2 different eras, okay? But if you want to compare anything, compare the body of work. Forget eras, but the body of work. Same amount of games, same travel, same stay in hotels, all that's equal. What did you do in the time that you were here? What did you do? How many championships you won? Because Kevin Durant wants to be one of the great players.
Right.
He wants to be considered a GOAT too, okay? And I love Kevin Durant. I think Kevin Durant is a phenomenal player. But you don't win any championships if it wasn't with Steph Curry. See,
that is facts too, bro. He's not showing no mercy, bro. If Kevin Durant did not go to the Warriors, he wouldn't have a ring, bro. He wouldn't. I would think that he'd get a ring in OKC, maybe. But, bro, when he went to that Warriors team, I feel like those championships don't even count on his resume, bro. Yes, he averaged the most, probably. Yes, he was, at some point, he was carrying, maybe. But, bro, you got to understand, bro. The Warriors were capable of going 73-9 without that guy, bro. Like, they went to the championship twice in a row without him. They were cool off that guy. They didn't need him.
You could always say, well, Golden State didn't win anything until I got there. That's not the case. Golden State won before you got there, and then they won afterwards. So you can't say you were the difference maker. Steph Curry sacrificed his game when Kevin Durant was there to say, hey, do you, man. You be the guy. I'm not even going to be, I'll just step back, hit open shots on him. He didn't care about that. He just wanted to win. Kevin Durant's ego got so big from the fact that everybody was saying, oh, you couldn't win unless you go to Golden State. You couldn't beat Golden State, so you had to join them. So his ego was so big, he leaves Golden State. And it wasn't just because of the Draymond Green situation. That was some of it, when Draymond Green snapped at him on the bench.
Yes.
That was some of it. But the majority of it is he wanted to show people he could get his own team like LeBron.
Create his own team with Kyrie and go win.
And I can go win. And how'd that work out for you? You did it in Brooklyn, failed miserably. You went to Phoenix, failed, didn't even make the playing game in Phoenix. So you're not on that level. LeBron can still say he's on that level.
Well, he always changes. He moves the target.
Yes. The goalposts always move.
Yeah. One time it's about how many championships you won. Next time, rings don't matter.
Rings don't matter.
Yeah.
But I remember distinctly when you're going to Miami, was that not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, all the way to 8. Okay.
Should have never said that, bro. I don't even know why LeBron said that, bro.
Listen. At the end of the day, you will never be able to discredit, what Bill Russell did. Guys who have won more than one championship. You can never discredit that. Right. To sit up here and just try to tear down Michael Jordan's legacy, talking about he left to go play baseball. Some guys went to go play baseball. See, if you knew your history, you know exactly why he left. That was a dream his father wanted to do. That guy was mourning the death of his father. Okay, we were all part of that. I remember where I was when I got the news. We were playing a celebrity softball game at Comiskey against Michael Bolton. His travel softball team was for charity, and Mr. Jordan didn't show up, which was unheard of. And I remember flying off to Hawaii to go to Pete Newell's big man's camp, and I'm looking at the news and I saw that he was murdered, and that's the reason why he didn't show up. Michael was devastated. Everybody was devastated. And him and his dad were super close, and so to sit up there and say the guy left to go.
Yeah, I would, like, bro, I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. They should have never said that, bro, because you got to know your history, bro. If you talk about the GOAT, you got to know your history, my boy.
Play baseball. But you failed to mention The guy left as the greatest player before he left. Nobody was beating him when he was here.
Right.
He went away for almost 2 years and came back and took everything back that someone else took, and y'all didn't win again. So you didn't say that, but they're just, oh, well, he went to go play. He didn't play 20 years. Da, da, da. Come on, bro. If he played 20 years, Kareem's record would have been broken by now.
You see, Stacey King started his comment about this whole situation perfectly. Great players don't have to tell people that they're great. The fans say that.
As much as I hate to say that, bro, and I said it before, it's facts. Like, no matter what, I'm gonna say it again. You should not be calling yourself the GOAT, bro. You can't. It just doesn't make sense. I feel like the aura of you being the GOAT just goes away completely, bro.
Radio shows and TV shows debate it and all that stuff. So great players don't have to brag that they're great, and they don't have to elevate themselves by shitting on other players, on NBA legends and all that other stuff. So that's exactly what LeBron James and Kevin Durant did in that podcast. Now, Stacey King also went and explained the whole situation of why Michael Jordan went away from basketball for almost 2 years. And he was his teammate. He knows.
So 2 years, imagine 2 years you come back, you three-peat, and no one beats you at all, and you win MVPs.
There's no conspiracy with his gambling and all that other stuff that he got suspended. All of that is BS created by LeBron James fans and nothing else. It's all BS just to give them a step above, a step, something to minimize Jordan's comeback and everything in that time. So he said that KD conveniently missed a lot of things. He didn't know his history, and he didn't know why Michael Jordan took off to play baseball. That's one thing. And I'm surprised Kevin Durant doesn't know that, because Kevin Durant was bragging on videos years ago that, you know, he knows everything about Michael Jordan. He watches Michael Jordan's videos all the time, and he plays.
So then why would he shade him like that, though? That's the question, man. Why?
Plays them for guests at his house and all that other stuff.
But no disrespect or any sort, though, chat, man.
In my opinion, he knows the history, but because he was on the LeBron James podcast, he decided to omit it just to suck up to LeBron James. Simple as that. That's what I think. Kevin Durant has no backbone. That's the way I'm looking at it. Now, Stacey King also mentioned that the guys on the podcast didn't mention one more thing, that Michael Jordan left when he was the greatest in the game, winning a three-peat, then went away for almost 2 years, and conveniently came back and took back what somebody took from him while he was gone, took it back, got another three-peat. So nobody could win before and nobody could win after. Right after he came back, the first 17 games that season when he came back and he lost to Orlando, he wasn't in basketball shape. Baseball is baseball. Baseball is baseball. It's a different game, different physical requirements and everything. Michael Jordan was physically fit, but he was not in top NBA shape. Simple as that. That's why he had those summer workouts where he invited all those players like Patrick Ewing and Reggie Miller and all these other guys that came out to him in that special dome that he built. I think that was while he was filming Space Jam, if I'm not mistaken. And he was working out there, reading everybody, looking at everybody, and getting himself in the best basketball.
Imagine that's all he needed to three-peat. Like, all he needed to do was invite the best of the best, study their game, play them, then he can three-peat. That's crazy.
Shape that he possibly could, and he came back and he got another three-peat. So Stacey King makes a lot of valid points. Another thing is the guys bragged about playing 20 years and, you know, being tough that way, longevity, blah, blah, blah. And Stacey King points out another great thing where these guys barely played 82 seasons in any of the seasons in their career. I think KD, he mentioned, played like 3 seasons with 82 games. And then you look at LeBron James. He has only one damn season.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Winning one time, like only playing 82 games one time in your career, bro. Like, there's no excuse for that. You get paid so much money on, bro. How? Only once? Once?
Played all 82 games. Michael Jordan has 9 of those seasons in his career. 9. And then the second, after the comeback, that second three-peat that Michael Jordan had, I made a video on this. Those 3 seasons from 95, 96, 96, 97, 98, 97, 98, Michael Jordan played 82 games in every single one of those seasons, plus playoffs. And when I did the math, that's in the in the video
Bro,
that
that's like equivalent to like 120 games, bro. Straight up. And it's no load management at that time. This guy is a dog.
I did about this. He played over 100 games every one of those 3 seasons, not taking one game off for load management, not one. And these fools are attacking this guy and attacking legacies of these legends from the past, trying to show themselves in a better light and to elevate themselves while stepping on the backs of the legends that came before them. Totally lack of any honor in these guys. They're just, they would step over dead bodies if they could, just to get ahead. That's the mentality of these players right now. They just don't care. As long as they could get ahead.
Chat, y'all feel about, like, do y'all feel the same exact way he feels, bro? I don't know. Is it like, do y'all actually like think it's that way too?
So this comment, and especially the naming of LeBron James podcast, that was hilarious to me. That was hilarious to me, and I thought it was worth watching. There was going to be another video made also on Stacey King talking about MJ. I'll probably take care of that video tomorrow, talking about MJ and his approach to everything, and it kind of going in depth where there's a lot of information that he's going to provide that people really don't know. So I'm going to make a video on that as well. I hope you like this one, and then like, share, subscribe to the channel.
Chat, how do y'all feel about Stacey King's take? And do you guys think that he's completely right on what he's saying, man? Hey, but, you know, this is the end of the video, so make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and, you know, recommend me some more bangers to react to, man, because this was absolutely crazy, man. But, hey, I'll catch y'all next time. Yes, sir.